welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, 19 July 2018. I'm Yvette Boynes with the details. A ceremonial sitting of the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, will take place in SVG tomorrow as the final in a series of events to commemorate the elevation of Justice Adrian Saunders to the office of CCJ President. A release issued by the CCJ said the special sitting will be held at the House of Assembly in Kingstown beginning at 1 p.m. Justice Saunders of Ascension was sworn in as the president of the CCJ just prior to the start of the official ceremony marking the opening of the 39th meeting of the CARICOM heads of government earlier this month in Jamaica. Justice Saunders is quoted as saying that he anticipates returning to his country of birth to preside at the first sitting of the CCJ in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mr. Justice David Hayton will moderate tomorrow's ceremonial sitting, which will also hear tributes to Justice Saunders from Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, Justice Janice Pereira, the Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Attorney General John D. Martin, and Mr. Ruggles Ferguson, President of the Organization of Commonwealth Caribbean Bar Associations, among others. The court will stream the proceedings live and persons can obtain the relevant information at its website www.ccj.org. The Division Commissioner of Girl Guides for the Leeward District is appealing to parents of young girls between Lomans, Leeward and Fitzhugh to let them become members of the Girl Guides Association. Heather Stewart told SVG-TV News that they are also seeking to recruit adults as volunteers. She said the Leeward District is stretched for adult volunteers who can assist so that the organization can spread the workload and recruit additional members.
Been always recruiting leaders based on people's development. As people develop and move and try to develop themselves or move out for whatever reasons, we have to be recruiting leaders. So another thing I would encourage the people in the area to do is come forward and say, I would like to volunteer, I would like to give service, and there is always a guide. We have a curriculum, a manual to follow, and there is always training. We have our professional trainer that represent the Western Hemisphere. She's now live and retire in St. Vincent, Miss Janet France, and she's still doing training for the local association. So we capitalize on that training, and outside of that, as a division commissioner, I am expected to do training with the leaders in my area.
Stewart, a secondary school counselor, said adults of varying ages are welcome to join as volunteers.
Those people at the sound of my voice who think they have time. Some people are saying that they're not employed, they're just at home doing nothing. I want to encourage them. If they could volunteer their service for a year. Some people are waiting to go into college or university. If that year, while they are waiting, they can give back that time, because we have many girls who want to become involved. And sometimes it's difficult when you have 40, for example, Barrelly, Miss Joy Haynes, has 40 brownies, and it's always 40 and above. There is Miss Zipporah. The Zipporah in Barrelly, she also take care of the Barrelly Central Leeward Secondary School. She's Zipporah Straker Odain. She work with that group. And Miss Peters also run 2 groups. She actually work along with Miss Anderson at Camden Park and still run Bookament. So we are stretched. And it's not that we want to do it, we just have to do it because they are no leaders.
Stewart explained that she became a guide when she was in Form 4 at secondary school, and currently there are retirees who are still active within the Girl Guides movement. She also made reference of former members who still assist when asked to do so.
For somebody to do that, it must be rewarding. And I want to tell those people who want to come in that it is rewarding. You get to find yourself, you get to find your voice, you get to know who you are because of the type of training that you encounter.
The Girl Guides Association caters to the overall development of young girls through a series of programs and activities. Youths in SVG are being encouraged to join the JCI SVG and make a difference in their communities. This from JCI SVG President Gabriel Glasgow as she spoke with SVG-TV News on activities which the organization is hosting to celebrate its 59th year of existence. Activities for the week include a church service, training and sensitization programs, and will culminate on Saturday with a health fair at the Barley Health Center. Glasgow said the JCI is alive and well and provides opportunities for members to gain useful skills. She also explained how interested persons can become members.
And you participate in a project, a new members project that you develop. So you see a need in your community, a need for whether it's to do a donation or to clean a school or to clean a beach. Whatever you need, whatever that need is that you see in your community, you can do that as a project in becoming a member of JCI. After you, of course, you attend meetings. Following that, you also participate in our various training activities that we provide. We provide training such as customer services, effective communication, effective leadership, debating, public speaking, and there's a lot more there's a lot more opportunities to be obtained or gained from being a member of JCI St. Vincent. One can also simply join us on our Facebook page or Instagram page, or just send us a little email at jcisaint.vincent@gmail.com.
The JCI local chapter president said the organization also presents an opportunity for young people to live more enriching lives through community service.
These days they prefer to hang out, line with the friends, you know, they're into the modern technology and they're not putting that time in to give service to our members of our communities and our society. And it would be better if we can see more young people being a part of activities such as JCI St. Vincent and what we have to offer. Yes, I know there are a number of organizations such as Leo's and Rotaract and Toastmasters, which are very good organization as well. And I just want to encourage young people to, you know, use their time wisely. It's not just about the WhatsApp and the modern technology and the friends, but it's what you can give to someone, the service that you can give to someone that makes your life even better. And service to humanity is the best work of life.
Meanwhile, Executive Director of the SVG Planned Parenthood Association, Nellie Phillips, said the health fair will provide a range of health services, adding that the JCI is an important partner in the delivery of such services.
So we are asking the public in Barley to please come out and support us on Saturday at the health center. Just also to say that I echo the sentiments of the JC's president and Senator here that volunteerism is on the decline, and in order for us to continue to provide such care to the nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we need persons to come on board. We do need you. We cannot do it alone, and that's why we are here also to just tell you, come on board with us. Let us help reduce the challenges that many of our marginalized, vulnerable, excluded persons are going through, because without them we cannot develop as a nation properly.
The Adult and Continuing Education Department said it continues to provide opportunities for persons here to learn a skill through several training programs. On Wednesday at Kalekwa, a graduation ceremony was held for a cohort from the windward side of the island that has completed training in East Indian cuisine, tie-dye and cosmetology. The ceremony was held under the theme, Passion for Knowledge. The featured speaker, Sylvester King, told the participants that their educational journey should continue as long as they live and that they are never too big to learn.
I want you to understand that in order for you to be equipped and to be positioned to make a difference in this world, it means that you must position yourself to acquire new information and knowledge. There is an expression that the people that lack vision, they perish. The Bible actually says the people without vision, they perish. And for you to be able to make a difference, it means that you must position yourself. So it begins with positioning yourself.
King expressed concern about the gender disparity, noting that the participants were mainly women. He said when women are empowered and exposed to new knowledge, the men are still at ground zero and will have to play catch-up.
It is going to create tremendous challenges because this new knowledge that you have just acquired has opened up your worldview and has changed your perception and has given you an opportunity to see things from a different light. Would you be able to relate to your spouses and your friends at the same level that you used to relate before acquiring this knowledge? These are things that we have to confront as we continue our quest for learning. And the global marketplace is changing every day. And the place where you are seeking to get new employment is changing every day. And as a result of that, you must position yourself.
Regional stakeholders were exposed to additional knowledge and technical support to better respond to the growing international drug problem as the Ministry of Health hosted a sub-regional Standard Indicators for Drug Information Networks conference at the Ministry of Health on Tuesday. Representatives from Barbados, Guyana and Jamaica joined their Vincentian counterparts to learn more about strategies provided through the Inter-American Observatory Drugs, the OID Standard Indicators. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Cuthbert Knight, said OID provides technical knowledge to member states to assist with the collection of data. Knight said he considers the workshop to be timely in the fight against the supply and demand of illicit drugs.
There is an approach where we sometimes do things which is based a lot on observations and sometimes on our experiences. But I think at times that, and I use the word scientific approach, I think at times that it is very helpful for us if we can have an approach which is more scientific, which is more structured. I think it will help us and it will help to solidify our efforts. And I have no doubt that when we're able to have these systems up and running fully, we can really see the benefits that they will bring to us. It brings to mind that we will therefore need to have a lot more technical support, technical assistance. It means that we may have to be calling more on CICAD. It means that we may have to reach out more to our sister countries that have good experience in setting up these systems to also learn from their experiences and to be able to share ideas with each other and help us along the way. Now, this is not an end in itself. This is just a beginning. And the efforts will be us to ensure that we are doing what it takes to make sure that these systems, once they're in place, they are sustainable and that they're operational.
Knight said SVG is renewing its efforts in the fight against these social ills and highlighted some of the initiatives in which this country has been engaged.
The establishment of our National Drug Council. We still have some work and some way to go where that is concerned. We have also been able to put in place once again a GEG expert who's sitting in the room here with us, and I'm also very pleased to note that our own GEG expert has also been given added responsibilities at the regional international level. We have also been successful in reviving a technical body, a technical group, which could provide some support to the National Drug Council. But I note to you as well that we do still have some way to go. I'm making all that statement to say that in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are really renewing our effort to actually come fully on board where CICAD is concerned and to be able to ensure that we are in a position to respond to this international phenomenon.
Persons needing the courage to face the many challenges of life are being encouraged to attend the 3-day regional convention of the Jehovah's Witness, which begins at 9 tomorrow morning at the Arnesville Sports Complex. Danny Sahadio, who serves as an elder, told SVG-TV News that each of the 3 days will provide spiritual nourishment to all who attend. Given an overview, Sahadio said Friday will feature information which is relevant to those wishing to avoid things and situations that erode their courage. And on Saturday, the convention will feature examples in manner that serves as an example of how one can increase their courage to face challenges.
It will be an amazing amount of information that will be discussed about God's creation. We will specifically look at the lions, horses, mongoose, hummingbirds, and elephants, and to see what we can learn from each of these of God's creation to build our courage. So we look forward to that very much. Then, to show that we are an international brotherhood, the same Saturday afternoon there's another symposium, how our brothers are showing courage. And we'll cover areas like in Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, Oceania, and South America. And in all of these various areas, even in islands of the sea, we'll be able to see how courage is required on the part of our brothers and how they're demonstrating courage.
Sunday's symposium will feature biblical references on future events and how persons can prepare for the trying times ahead.
For example, the cry of peace and security, the destruction of Babylon the Great, the proclamation of the hailstone message, the attack of Gog of Magog, Armageddon, the great reconstruction, the final test. All of these are future events spoken of with clarity in the Bible, and we'll see why we need courage to face these coming events and how to build that courage. And then also on Sunday morning, we'll have a public Bible discourse, one of our main features. This one is entitled, The Resurrection Hope Imparts Courage. How? And Sunday afternoon, we have our feature film, The Story of Jonah, a lesson in courage and mercy. This is a 50 minutes film. A very excellent presentation that will be enjoyed by all.
Sahadia said programs are available on the jw.org website, to which persons can refer if they wish to attend the convention for a specific presentation.
Well, the program covers the entire day of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For example, in each day, they will start at 9:20 a.m. On Friday and Saturday, they'll finish at 5 p.m. and on Sunday at 4 p.m. But a person does not have to come for all 3 days if they don't have that time. You don't have to come for an entire day if you don't have that time. You can come for part of the program. And if you go to the website jw.org, you can download a program and decide which of the material you would like to listen to and come for that. You'll get the timing there and everything.